Well, AUD is a little bit dicey at the moment. We've been experiencing the bullish momentum for some time now. I think since the beginning of this year, we've been experiencing the bullish momentum very uniform. And as time goes by, we see that the expansion continues to increase, and this is somehow uh, evident that the Aussie is quite strong against the US dollar. However, for after this impulse leg that we saw that began in the mid of March and culminated at 0.6500, a very strong psychological level, we've been seeing a retracement phase, which I suppose is actually falling within a 50% retracement of the impulse leg. Let's confirm. It's pulling out our Fibonacci retracement tool. We can see that price is right at exactly 50% retracement of the impulse leg. With this information at hand, and considering the fact that this 0.737 has been a demand level in recent time, that is middle of March, we had it as we had a, a strong demand zone which pushed price almost how many pips up, how many pips, I think around 250 pips to the upside, which makes this level also a strong demand zone. So let me label this a demand zone so that we can be clear on this one. So we have a demand zone at 0.737. And what caught my attention on this one is that we saw the retracement of this impulse leg gives is giving me something like a double bottom structure, where which also falls on the trend line identified on the 4 hours time frame, where we'll be expecting a breakout of structure and a retest into that zone to send price to the upside. But we can't say that is going to happen anyways, because we are right on the trend line. And being on this trend line, this area is always a very sensitive area, because anything can happen. A breakdown of that trend line can happen. A retest into that trend line could actually send price into the second trend line, which might actually be the beginning of the bullish uptrend. So with this in mind, we need to be very careful at this point. So, with this in mind, we need to have a key level, which will be, which we expect to be a very strong resistant level, and at the same time a strong demand level at one point in time. So, the first of all, we had a resistant level at this point, 0.74, 0.74200. That's once, and then we had it one here, 0.74200. We had a resistance, a mini resistance before the sudden breakout of that level happened in in March. So now we are right at that junction now, which gives us a strong. So we are right on that same trend line now, and this is what calls my attention, and I'm thinking that the bullish momentum will start from this point in time. So with this trend line, with this key level identified here on 0.74250, let me label it key level at 0.74250. Let me put it at the far left. It's okay. So 0.74250. So this will be our yardstick going into the next couple of days to see how price reacts. As anything below that level will will suggest that we should just stay out of this trade. So let's pull out to the lower time frame, which is on the 1 hour time frame. And on the 1 hour time frame, we need to see structures that support us to actually go into this trade. So let me delete this. So the first thing I notice is that the retracement level from 0.76 level, 766 level happened in such a way that we had a bearish trend line being respected as price continue to reject this trend line and price continue to trend below that trend line at the same time. But at this point, we had a breakout of that trend line. That was yesterday. We had a breakout of that trend line with strong bullish engulfing candle, giving us a sign that probably the buyers are actually coming into this market. And now we have a retest of that trend line, which also shares a confluence with the bullish trend line we identified on the 4 hours time frame. And this could probably push price to the upside. But this is not yet known yet, as we need some confirmations to 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 make this decision happen. So one thing first I actually did at this point, because I actually don't want to miss it if it finally happens, is that I placed the pending order at 0.731317 with the stop loss at around this area, right below this rel- right below this low, which also is respecting the trend line. So that's around let's say 40 pips thereabout. So we are we want to go down to a 15 minutes time frame to see what is happening on the 15 minutes time frame. And on the 15 minutes time frame, we begin to see structures that's supporting bullish momentum, as we have this bullish candle here, which is a breakout of this block at this area. This block at this area. Let me give that a green. This block at this area. So we continue. We want to be seeing. We want to see something. We want to see structures above this area. So in that regard, like I said, I placed the pending order there, and I would like to pause the video at this point and let's see how price reacts or price plays out as price action is being monitored over the next couple of hours, and then that will determine if this pending order still remains valid, or we still need to bring the other pending order downwards a little bit. So I shall always try to update from time to time in the comment box below the video, and if you have any suggestions, I would like to hear what your views are in this regard. So thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day.